the first thing that people need to know when you are arriving to Teotihuacan should be the meaning for the word of this city. Teotihuacan was invented by the Aztecs. I mean, this word. In the Aztec language.
Okay.
The Aztecs used a language that was called Nahuatl. And in this Nahuatl language, this word should be divided in three parts. Teo is God, Tihua is a preposition, connection, and Can is place. The place of the gods.
Ah, okay.
So, this is
God of place.
God of place.
Yes, okay.
In the Nahuatl language, we use, or we read from the right to the left.
Ah, okay, yes.
Well, Teotihuacan used to be a big city. Right now, you are visiting, in this moment, only a little fraction from the real city of Teotihuacan. This is the map of this place, and as I told you, we are just right here.
Yes.
So this long avenue which connects the pyramids.
Yes.
Is what we call today the avenue.
Is that one?
Yes, it's this one.
Okay.
This avenue, it was called by Aztecs the Avenue de Death. No, don't worry, nobody dies here. It's only a name. So, in this map, you can see the area that we are going to visit. We are starting from here, and we are moving to the Pyramid Zone. But let me tell you that this place, this open area today to the tourists, represents today only a 10% for a big city.
Ah, okay.
The city of Teotihuacan used to be so big that archaeologists had used some information, and they said, archaeologists, that the city was looking just like this. So this is again this map.
Yes.
We are here in this place.
This is the
and moons.
Ah, okay.
The city of Teotihuacan was 10 times bigger of what you are looking right now. Indeed, it had in those days 22 square kilometers in area.
Yes.
With something like 100,000 people to 150,000 people. That was the population of Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan was a very incredible empire, but they were not Aztecs. These people were different from Aztecs. And I'm going to tell you what is the difference between Aztecs and Teotihuacan.
Okay.
When the Spaniards came to Mexico, the Spaniards came to the green area at first.
Yeah.
The Spaniards came from this island.
Yeah.
That is Puerto Rico, Cuba, and they got here in the Maya area, and then moving to the shore area of Mexico, trying to get here in the central area.
The center.
Why in this place? Because they had heard that in this place there was a big empire.
Okay.
The Aztec Empire. So they traveled from here to the central area of Mexico, and they found in those days a big lake.
Ah, okay.
This big lake used to be called the Texcoco Lake. It was so huge that today, Mexico City today, it was built over this lake.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so that is why when we have earthquakes, the central area is hardly affected because it was built over the bed of a lake.
Yes.
So, in this map, we have different names that used to be cities in those days. This dot here, this dot is the city.
Ah, is that okay?
So we are here in Teotihuacan. So 40 kilometers from here, we had a short area in this area. But the central part of Mexico, I mean, today, the downtown area that we call it today, Zócalo, was
in the middle of the lake.
In the middle of the lake. And this is where the Aztecs had built the city of Tenochtitlan. So the city from the Aztecs was called Tenochtitlan. Here, it was located here, and we are here.
Okay.
Two separated cities.
How many kilometers from here?
Something like 40 kilometers.
Okay.
40 kilometers in a straight direction.
Yes, yes, yes.
For example, you can see here in this other map how the lake in blue color is superimposing over the city of Mexico, which is the pink area.
Yes.
So here again, this area should be today the downtown area. Here.
Yes, yes.
So, but these both societies were living in this area in different times. For example, here we have an example for a timeline. The timelines in Mexico, you can find
put
them.
In this, so we have more light.
Yes.
Okay.
The timeline in Mexico, you can find them in some museums. For example, The first culture in Mexico, they were the Olmecs, 1200 years before Christ. After the Olmecs, a very important culture appeared, and they were the Mayas. You can see this line represents the Mayas,
yes,
just after the Olmecs. But the Maya line crossed all the timeline,
yes, yes,
until the end. Aztecs also were called Mexicas. So this area represents the Aztecs at the end. And Teotihuacan should be located in the middle part.
Okay.
So Teotihuacan, we can find Teotihuacan between 100 years before Christ until 750 years after Christ. Aztecs in 1325 to 1521. So what is important is that these people, the Aztecs, are separated from Teotihuacan something like 680 years. They didn't meet each other,
yeah,
but the Aztecs knew about this place because for the Aztecs, Teotihuacan used to be a ruin. When the Aztecs came here, the Aztecs found this area looking just like this plate. Let me show you the plate here. Teotihuacan was found in this way by Aztecs. The pyramids were covered by vegetation. That is the view of what the Aztecs saw when they came here, an abandoned city. Teotihuacan was abandoned and nobody lives here, but the Aztecs found this area in this way. So the Aztecs started to loot all this area, and they found out, the Aztecs, that the pyramids, they had all another pyramids inside, just like layers for an onion. In Teotihuacan, the pyramid of the sun and the moons, they have layers of other buildings inside. But a very important thing is that you can see here with this map that the Aztecs were not people from the central area of Mexico.
Yes.
Indeed, the Aztecs were migrants from the north.
Okay.
And they came from the north and they reached.
So they start from south to go to the north and then come back?
But no, the Aztecs began here in the north.
Okay.
In the north. In the north, they were hunters and gatherers societies.
Okay.
They were not so complex societies.
Okay.
And because of climatic changes,
yes,
they began a migration tour,
yes,
until they reached here, the lake. In this other map, you can see how the Aztecs, migrants in those days, were looking for a place to live in the shore area.
Yes.
But nobody liked the migrants.
Yes.
And they were forced to move from one place to another.
Yes.
Finally, they got here in this island.
Okay.
And from here, these hunters and gatherers, nomadic people, started to learn the cultural traits from the people from the shore area. This process took to them something like 100 years. After this connection with the people in the shore area, they became an empire. They conquered the rest of the societies around. But Teotihuacan, which is located here, used to be for them something like a legend. People in the lake area, they remember that Teotihuacan was a very important city. And the Aztecs came here in order to obtain something that the Aztecs had controlled. This society, Teotihuacans, Olmecs, Mayas, all of them, they didn't have the metal technology. They used stones against stones.
Yes.
So they need something very sharpened instead of metal knives. And that thing, it was obsidian, a volcanic glass. People from here, they sell you in all this area obsidian tools.
Okay.
Because the obsidian quarries, the obsidian mines, are located behind the mountain over there.
The big mountain over there.
So when the Aztecs controlled all this lake, they wanted to obtain obsidian, and they came here to this area. But this place used to be abandoned. This area was looking just like this painting.
Yes.
And the Aztecs, they were the people who invented words or names to call these ruins. The Aztecs invented this name, Teotihuacan. So this place, for real, it wasn't called for real Teotihuacan. Even today, the archaeologists, they don't know what was the real name for Teotihuacan. The Aztecs also call it that pyramid as the sun pyramid and that pyramid as the moon's pyramid, but they were not dedicated to the sun or to the moons for the real people of Teotihuacan. Today, the archaeologists had discovered that the Pyramid of the Sun was dedicated to the god of the rain. And that god of the rain...
The god of the rain?
The rain.
Yes, okay.
Yes, that god of the rain is called in this way by all these societies. They call it Tlaloc. So this is the god of the rain. According with the archaeologists, to this god was dedicated to the Pyramid of the Sun. Meanwhile, the moon's pyramid should be dedicated to the goddess of water. The goddess of water is this goddess, Chalchutlicue. This big sculpture that you see here was found in Teotihuacan in this way, more than 150 years ago, covered by stones.
Yes.
Here you can see the people sitting next to them, and you can appreciate that the sculpture, it has 3 meters of height. This sculpture was found near the Pyramid of the Moon. That is why we know that the Pyramid of the Moon was dedicated to this goddess. So today, even today, we don't know the real name of Teotihuacan, but today we know that the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moons were not dedicated to the sun or to the moon, to the rain and to the rivers.
Okay.
That is the new hypothesis. Okay. Any question on this one?
No, you are very, very kind and very clear.
Okay, let's go over there.
Okay.
The people who came to Teotihuacan, the people that were living here, they were living in a city that used to be something like a commercial place, but also a religious area. Always I use an example to explain this situation. Imagine that Teotihuacan used to be the mixture between New York is reaching Santiago Compostela, but after they had trouble through different towns. So imagine this small avenue as a little route to Santiago Compostela. So the people who enter to the downtown area here, the people who cross this avenue, they perform ceremony after ceremony and after ceremony. For example, they began these kind of ceremonies just crossing this area. In this place, we are going to find something like a channel. This channel used to be a river. Today, it's raw, it's dry. But the channel, let me show you. The channel is crossing this part, in this place.
Okay. Now we have entered the river.
Yes, we are in the river.
This one, okay.
So this channel here is the river. Just crossing the river, this avenue, all these buildings, just like the yellow one or the orange one, today they are platforms that were holding this little room on the top. And the room is the temple. When the temple collapsed, today you can only see the platform. That is what is happening with the Pyramid of the Sun or the Pyramid of the Moon. The temple had collapsed. But this small platform that you see there, also they used to have a temple on the top.
Yes.
Today you are looking right now, only the platform. So that is why I told you that just crossing the river, there is more presence of temples and temples after temples. Also, this kind of slope of 20 meters was changed into 5 different plazas or 5 sunken patios crossing the... It's incredible for photographs, just right now. Take a look to this incredible view. The universe should be divided in 3 layers: the heavens, the earth level, and the underworld. These 3 levels should be connected in an eternal cycle which never ends. We, the humans, we are living in the earth level. The earth level also is self-divided in 5 regions. Just like today, we have the north, the south, the east, the west. But there was a central point, which is this was the 5th point, the fifth cardinal point. And this point connects the 4 sides and the 3 levels. So the people that were thinking that the life is a cycle, that we are living in a landscape that belongs to the gods, usually, and if you are trying to please the gods, you give to them the energy of our lives. Because maybe in the future, you are not, they don't believe in reincarnation. They believe that the energy of the people For example, they believe that we have three types of energies, one in the brain, one in the liver, and one in the heart. When someone dies, this kind of energy, just like batteries energy, it came again, or it comes again to the cycle of life, recharging again the life and the life. So the next time that this part of energy of you is going to come to the life, maybe the energy in the brain is going to make new grass. The energy of the heart maybe is going to go to another people or to another animal, something like that.
Special.
Special, yes, because we have three of them, just like the three levels. But right now, the people who were crossing the Avenue of the Dead, I mean this road, when they came as pilgrims, imagine that we are visiting the Vatican or the Mecca. So these kind of groups, just like today tourists, they came here, performed a ceremony here, and went to the other one, 5 times, just like the 5 sides of the universe.
Yes.
So the number 5 is very important for Teotihuacan. And the archaeologists have discovered very recently that maybe the real name of Teotihuacan was the 5 mountains place.
Okay.
Why? Teotihuacan, let me show you. Teotihuacan, let me show you with this map. Where's the map? Here, the first map. Teotihuacan in the green area was in contact with the Mayas.
Yes.
But the Mayas that were more in contact with Teotihuacan were the Mayas from Guatemala. In Guatemala, we have an special, incredible place that we call it Tikal. Here in this place, in the Maya area, the archaeologists had found this stela, or this slab, the 31st stela from Tikal. Here we have some Maya designs,
yes,
and a big text, some writings here in this place.
Yes.
And in these writings, there is some part that said something about Tikal and Teotihuacan. According with the text, they said that in a special day, the 16th of January, from the year 378, Tikal was conquered by Teotihuacan. But they didn't use the word Teotihuacan. They used the 5 cotton, the fabric.
Yes.
Is something like beautiful. The 5 beautiful mountains place. 5 mountains. Let me show you the 5 mountains.
Okay.
The Pyramid of the Moon,
yes,
was built aligned with the big mountain that you see there.
Yeah.
That mountain, we call it the Fat Mountain.
Yes.
When the tourists, or today, we are crossing the Avenue of the Dead, and we reach the Pyramid of the Moon's area, the big mountain is going to be covered completely and exactly by the pyramid at the moment when we enter into the plaza there. So it's something like an eclipse.
Okay.
The Pyramid of the Moon was built trying to use the mountain behind. The people who had crossed this avenue onto the Moon's pyramid, from there, they could turn the head and look to the south. From the Moon's, looking to the south, we can appreciate how the front part from the Pyramid of the Sun, I mean, the left area today,
yes,
right now, it matches completely and exactly that mountain that you see there. The mountain behind the tree,
yeah,
the right slope, it has the same slope for the Pyramid of the Sun. So the Pyramid of the Sun was built trying to imitate that mountain. There is another mountain when it's difficult to see from here,
yes,
but we are going to see.
After the,
yes, after
under the
plaza.
tree.
Yes, after the tree there's another mountain.
Yeah.
That when you are placing, or you are standing behind the Pyramid of the Sun, and you see from the west to the east, from the east to the west, you can see how the Pyramid of the Sun also is very alike for the pyramid. We have 3 natural mountains. When you are building a pyramid trying to imitate a mountain, is because you believe that inside of the mountains is where the gods are living. So you are trying to build in this place made human mountains that are pyramids. So we have the 4th pyramid, the 4th mountain, the 4th sacred mountain, and the 5th mountain should be that one. According with the Mayas, this place had 5 elevations, 5 holy mountains, and that is why they call it in that way. So that is the only name that we have actually today for this place. So it's different to think about place of the gods than the area with the 5 regions.
Yes.
It's a different concept.
Yeah.
So that is why the Aztecs, they didn't use the real name of this place.
One is spirituality, spiritual, and the other is concrete. Or
they invented the word of Teotihuacan, the place of the gods, because they wanted to replace the fame of this place with their own society, with their own history. I'm going to tell you the legend. Okay. And this legend, usually, we can appreciate that some part of this legend could be found in this big sculpture. This sculpture is the most famous sculpture that we have in Mexico for pre-Hispanic time. Usually we call it the Aztec calendar. This Aztec calendar is so big that the diameter from here to this place is something like 6 meters. It's a very big stone that was found in Mexico City. It's not Teotihuacan. It is from the Aztec society.
I can visit it on Mexico City.
Yes. If you are traveling to the Anthropological History Museum, Mexico City, in the Aztec Hall, it is the central object there.
Okay.
So the most important one.
Yes, I believe.
In this design, this little face that you see here, it tells you a history about how the Aztecs imagine that the Teotihuacan used to be.
Yes.
I want to tell you, okay? Just be careful how the Teotihuacan was look like. The Teotihuacan was full of colors.
Yes.
So you are looking right now something reconstructed, something that was built or remade by archaeologists. In order to understand what is reconstructed and what is not, the archaeologists have put this small dot in the concrete. So when you see these dots,
yes,
this is reconstruction, that is not original. So sometimes the people, when you are descending or climbing the stairs, sometimes the steps that were built by archaeologists are so small that you need to use the side way.
Yes.
The tourist guides in other areas, they said that the people were climbing the pyramids in a sad way, bowing to the temple, trying to give some respect to the gods. I think that thing doesn't happen for real. Why? Because I'm going to show you over there real steps.
Okay.
With a real width. So these kind of steps, they have a very normal size that you don't have to
go in diagonal.
Exactly. So trying to bow in or to lean, well, not to lean, to show respect to the gods doesn't happen in that way, because the people that were allowed to go to the pyramid, they were priests. The population were not allowed to go to the pyramid. So the priest that goes every day to the temple, usually they are so skilled that they don't have to make it's just like me. I mean, usually I descend every day these stairs. I don't have problems.
Yeah, I know.
For the people,
I have to make attention.
Exactly.
Okay.
So let's go over there, because I want to show you something which is original. But if you wanted to climb in a sad way, in a zigzag, you can do it. That the walls here were painted and decorated.
But everything in Mexico, I saw the wall is painted for advertising or...
No. This place here is this area.
Okay.
So we had already crossed the entrance. That should be this place. And the room that I show you to you here, I mean this room here, is that room.
Yes.
If we approach a little to this place, you can see some of the real layers of limestone that are original. But archaeologists have discovered something incredible in this place. In order to understand this process, I usually use another example instead of a timeline.
Yes.
Imagine something like a hamburger.
Okay.
So we have the base as the Olmecs. Okay. The last part as the Aztecs.
Yeah.
The middle part as Teotihuacan here.
Yeah.
Well, In the Teotihuacan picture, I had drawn 3 dotted lines.
Yes.
This dotted line represents 3 construction process. Remember that the pyramids in Mexico, they have layer after layer.
Yeah.
The complete city of Teotihuacan was rebuilt 3 times by them. We are just visiting right now the 400 years period. But there is another city down there, and another even more deeper. The archaeologists wanted to show to the tourists not only the 3rd layer, but the 2nd one. Let me show you the 2nd layer here. The archaeologists made this hole here, and the hole that you see here is hiding, when it was hiding, the 2nd city. So these steps that you see here,
yeah,
is something like the stair on the top. The sculpture that you see there are in some way the same sculpture that you see there. So there was something like a floor here that was hiding the 2nd construction city down there. And we have another deeper city, even deeper. So here in this place, you can see a platform where where the Teotihuacans perform ceremonies, maybe human sacrifice there.
Ah, yeah.
If we move to this place, you can see there the same altar. That platform is to be an altar with original steps.
Yes.
As you can see, the steps are not so small,
Yeah.
even neither so big. People could climb them
Yes.
at that time. So the 2nd city is there, down there. The complete area of Teotihuacan has something like this under all these buildings. And here you can see in the top area, in the 400 years period construction, even some of the original paintings there. So as I told you, here you can see some of the colors,
Yes.
and some of the original floors over there. So Teotihuacan, even that it was reconstructed, it has some original floors. So the top part of the deck is in a flat way. The Pyramid of the Sun is incredible looking at from here, and the moon also is incredible looking at that pyramid from here.